Oh, okay. So, hello to you watching this right now. This is the 77% special show to celebrate you, our community. Now, a few days ago, we reached 20,000 subscribers. And as I'm talking to you now, we have about 24,000. And it's all thanks to you. Now, to help us celebrate that milestone, we have Ali Cham, a.k.a. Killa Ace, from the Gambia. He's a musician who raps about everything, especially on issues affecting people in his country, the Gambia. He's featured on our channel several times. Killa Ace, welcome to the 77%. Do you have any words for us on reaching this milestone?
Well, thank you for having me. And first of all, congratulations for reaching, such a great milestone. And I see you guys reaching 500,000 to 1 million by the end of the year, with the good work, consistency, and the good content that you guys are putting out. I believe that you guys really deserve even more. And I'm proud of y'all, all the way from Gambia, West Africa. Killa Ace representing.
Yeah, representing indeed. Those are very nice words from you, Killa Ace. Now, tell us, what have you been up to during this COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah, just on the low, handling business, making some music at the same time. And, I'm working on an EP called the Lockdown EP, which is going to have 6 songs related to the coronavirus pandemic and the whole situation around it from different perspectives, and that's one thing I'm working on. And I'm also working on another episode, of Wrap Up with DWTV, and that's also in the pipeline coming up. And as an organization and as a movement, we're trying to we're planning to get the young people ready, for the next elections as far as voter sensitization and awareness concerned as an organization, Gumsabopa. That's one of the plans that we have been cooking during this pandemic period. And
sounds like you've been a busy man. Sounds like you've been a busy man, Killa Ace. But the coronavirus pandemic has changed a lot of people's lives. How has it changed your life in any way?
Well, as a Gambian who lives in a third world country, and third world countries are usually hit hard by such situations because of the economical structure of the world, and that alone has a major impact on me and my people. Things are slow. A lot of people are laid off at work. People are trying to find extra money, extra bread, and things are really not functioning the way that they really supposed to be, and Corona basically messed up everything. When I say everything, it messed up everything, especially from Gambia, West Africa, where we were at least trying to move forward despite the situations, and Corona just shut everything down, and now we're basically back ground zero. And within the Corona pandemic in Gambia, a lot of issues and situations are happening, down home. So Corona, it's messing up everything right now as we speak.
Yeah. Now, you've never been one to shy away from talking politics or, from expressing your views in any way. But just for our subscribers and viewers to get to know a little bit more about you, you were born in Serekunda, and then you had to flee the country as a child with your family, if I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, to the U.S. How difficult was that for you?
Well, actually, I didn't flee to the U.S. My parents went there as immigrants, and eventually I went there. We didn't actually flee. I ended up fleeing from Gambia, going to Senegal, later on in my life in 15, after doing a song against the president. But I was taken to New York at the early age of 5, 6, and I did my early primary school there till I was 12, 13, and that's when I actually came back to Gambia, to be a different person that I am today.
How was that for you? Because, we keep hearing such stories of young people having to leave their country to other places and all. As a child, what was that like for you?
Well, back then I was really young, to really understand things. But from what I could really remember, it was basically a different environment, and most of the Africans who went to Europe as immigrants went there to, seek a better life, daddy is a hustler, pops is a hustler, and they just wanted to make a better opportunity, better life for us back home. And that was probably one of the reasons why they took us, for us to also seek opportunities there and come back home, with those opportunities that we were blessed and given, as part of the journey. So like most Africans who live, in such societies, Europe and the West, has been seen as a hustling place for one to elevate ourselves, considering the environment that we live in. So,
Mm.
and I've just felt a family that was part of that, and that's how I got caught up in it.
Yeah. I mean, let's fast forward. Then later in life, you become a musician, a popular one as that. What were you doing before getting into music?
Well, I mean, all I know is music. I've been rapping since I was 12, actually. Since I was 12, So apart from music, though, like what I do is I'm a daily hustler. I hustle, make sure I try to, get money all the time. I sell phones, electronics, and buying and selling. That's my side hustle. And that's something that I love doing as usual. So as far as not doing anything apart from music, I'm just a normal human being, a normal Gambian that does what an ordinary Gambian does, despite that so-called being a popular star status. As being a star out in Gambia doesn't really equate to what being a star is in the international game. So I'm just an ordinary Gambian, apart from music, living my life, trying to make my money, trying to take care of my family, trying to be good, trying to be responsible, and trying to be that conscious-minded citizen that would empower other young people in the process. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Talking about hustling, I think one thing you and I have in common is that we're all hustlers, aren't we? We're all hustling, to make it bigger and better in life, to take care of our loved ones. But you talk about music and the fact that music clearly was not enough or is not enough to pay the bills. What really would you say is the biggest challenge you've encountered in the industry?
Well, I mean, in Gambia, one of the biggest challenges is us being part of the international industry. When I say international industry, is like popularity here is more home based, and we only have 1.8 million people, and maybe 25% of that 1.8 million people listen to music. So, like, as an industry, we got to try to fit into the general international industry so that Gambia, not just Killa Ace, but Gambian artists themselves could be recognized on the international and global platform, as that's where all of the major opportunities are, considering that we live in a small, society and environment, so that's one of the major challenges for sure. And me as an artist, considering my approach and the type of music I do, like I lose a lot of endorsements, companies, try to avoid me because they feel like my music, might mess up their brand, or just because of the fact that I'm speaking the truth. Radios refuse to play certain songs, like the No to Police Brutality song I did, against the police, one of the police chiefs, So I face challenges like that personally as an artist, even back home.
Yeah,
And
you hit on not to catch you, but you hit on a very important part of what your music has been trying to do. So let's switch it a bit then. The death of George Floyd in the U.S. has touched the hearts of many around the world, including, of course, many Africans. It has revived the discussion around racism. Many say the issue of police brutality in the U.S. is also happening in many African countries. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, rest in peace to George Floyd and everybody whoever died from being a victim of police brutality. Uh, Police brutality is a pandemic of itself, just like Corona. It's everywhere. Even during this Corona period, you would see videos of, during the lockdown and curfew periods, citizens being arrested, beaten, by security forces. I myself, like in Gambia here last year, two people died under the hands of authorities. Usman Dabo, may his soul rest in peace. After being detained for 9 days as an asthma patient, he was tortured, brutalized, and immediately after his release, he died. We have Keba Seka, who was stabbed by a police officer, and I had myself brutalized and was nearly a George Floyd when I had dozens of officers on me, spraying me with pepper gas, after arresting me and handcuffing me, and if you look not so long ago, even in our home Gambia, when we have protests, they tear gas us, they spray stuff on us, they arrest us, they beat us, whether you're pregnant woman, whether you're old lady. So basically, police brutality and injustice in general is something that has always, been orchestrated from those who have a higher position, those who they consider as, those who are minorities. And that's really
And that's clearly a problem, Killa Ace. How can we change this on the continent? Because police brutality on innocent lives is just not what we want, is it?
exactly. Well, first of all, we need to create a different type of force that is more sound-minded. Because if I look at where I'm from, judging it from where I'm from, I'm not saying we don't have good officers. We have good police officers, but majority of them don't even know how to approach properly. They don't know proper arresting procedures. Everything is based on force and just the uniform as a status to do whatever you like. And unfortunately, if we don't choose carefully and select carefully through proper training processes, those that we're going to put into our security forces, you're always going to have people who are wicked naturally. You're always going to have people who just hate people or hate one thing or another. And if you pick somebody who's naturally like that by nature, and then you pick that person and put them into a public service, that person's attitude is always going to show in that person's particular work. So it starts off with making sure we reform through proper training and making sure that we handpick those who are in each and every force, because it's a serious thing that we got going on. And two, justice has to be one of the most important things, especially where I'm from. People who actually the perpetrators of police brutality end up getting promoted. I mean, you don't see them get arrested. You don't see them get imprisoned. They go around town with promotions with new cars. So until we use them as an example and show them that nobody is above the law and the systems in place actually arrest those that commit these crimes, no matter their position or no matter who they are, then I think it would definitely be a better place. But if you arrest and
Killa Ace. Killa Ace, I couldn't have said it better. I think you said some very strong words, and it has to end. It has to stop, and we have to start from somewhere. Protests all around the world, including even in Africa, people really making their voices loud and clear enough. So we are hoping for a future of police protecting citizens and helping do the right. So many thanks, Killa Ace. I wish we had like 2 hours. Talking to you is always like we need so much time, but we don't have that. But thanks a lot for making time of your busy schedule. When your EP is out, you should share, and then we're gonna listen to some good music. No,
I highly appreciate that. And I'm team 77% DWTV. I appreciate it as usual. And keep up the good work.
Okay, thank you, Killa Ace, and see you around. Right. Okay, guys. So, that was Killa Ace helping us celebrate 20,000 plus subscribers. All you have to do is go to our YouTube page, DW Africa, and click on the subscription button. And, let's get to 500,000, 1 million, and counting. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you soon.